Hey everyone, I'm Clue. So, oh, wait, actually, no, let's change that quickly because that's not what we're talking about today. Yeah, okay. So, Snapshot 23.43a. A lot of you probably want to play it simply because it has a lot of great features. Now, I did this video for 1.20 and a lot of you seem to still be using it, which is great. But in between 1.20 and 1.21, right, and all the snapshots, the UI has changed significantly. So it's not the exact same steps as that video to actually enable the experimental features on a world, nor to recreate the world you previously had. For starters, if we go into the edit section, there is no longer the ability to save your world generation. Instead, what you're meant to do is use this recreate button. So for instance, if I take my Runechant world, which is my data pack world, in fact, we'll load it up quickly. Right, so there's everything built here, but more importantly, just remember the landscape a little bit, right? So we have this already built up world, but if we save and quit, right, so what we're meant to do is go to recreate. So if we click recreate, we now have the exact same world with the exact same world generation. That's why you can't change the world type or customize it. It's the exact same scene. You could mess around with this if you wanted, but obviously don't, because you want to have the same world generate, right? But more importantly, you can now simply just go to more, experiment, enable the actual data packs, right? Done. And we'll say validating select data packs, which we had to do manually in the previous version. And of course, in data pack, it'll have them automatically selected, right? So that is simpler. We can enable the data packs and generate the same world, right? So if we create new world, done. Experimental features on, and it should be the exact same landscape because it's using the exact same world generation. Right? So yeah, my resource pack is still active, so we get the advancements, but this is the exact same little biome, right? The little desert, and then this little island section that we were building on. But of course, nothing's been built. There's no generation. So although the experimental features are now enabled, right? I can find the new auto crafter. But this isn't quite what we want, is it? Because we actually want to be able to play our existing world, but with the features. So unfortunately, despite this new upgrade that makes it easier to enable the features, you still can't enable it on an old world, which is stupid, right? So even if I were to list the data packs, and we can see them right here, so we can know exactly what we would have to type in to enable them, right? So update _1_21 feature. If we go to a different world, a world with actual generation that we've played in and built in and had our fun, we can't just enable the data packs. So despite the data packs existing in our actual save file, right? They're part of the Minecraft version we're running. You can't just simply enable them on any world, right? Because we still get this error message. Cannot be enabled since the required flags are not enabled in this world. So that is done. Is it not, right? It should be super simple to just enable and disable the data packs, the whole reason we're playing the snapshot in any world. But regardless, so what you actually want to do is, again, use that recreate button to recreate your world, and then you're going to have to copy over the chunk data from your pre-existing world to actually make sure that all your buildings come across. So if you navigate to wherever your save files are, so for me, it's under Minecraft Snapshot, because that is where I load the snapshot. We have saves, we can find Runechant, which was the world we have built stuff in, and then Runechant, bracket 1. If you keep the world the exact same name, it'll always be the next numerical value. We can go ahead and copy over the data, right? So all you want to do is copy over everything but the data pack and this level.dat down here, right? Because the level.dat actually has the flags that enable the data packs. So you don't want to copy that over. So we're just going to Control-C, go over to our new Runechant world, paste it in, replace everything. And what we should be able to do now is if we reload the world, so Runechant experimental, because it has that bracket 1, and of course the experimental features loaded, what we should be able to see is that all of our generation is there, right? And more importantly, if we look at the data packs, so we go data pack list, enabled, right? They're all enabled. The update _1_21, perfect. The trade rebalance, if you want to play around with that, or bundles as well. Yeah, so it's a little bit easier than it was before, but it's still not simple for no reason, right? It would be, the simplest thing to do would be just to be able to enable the data pack, right? Because again, they're in the Minecraft directory. If you download the snapshot, you have the data packs in the directory. So you technically should be able to enable them for any save, but you can't. Because again, of the ridiculous flags that come with the experimental tab. Right, so just to quickly go over it again, step by step, we've got our snapshot, so 23W43A, with our old world, so 1.20.2 for here. Right, so we're going to load that up, just so we can have a quick look. So here we are, we have our world, little house built, right? But we can see that the world has changed to some degree. I'm going to quit before that phantom gets me. But we can go ahead and click the recreate button now. This is the first step. So recreate is to allow us to keep the exact same world layout. And this is really important for when we merge the data over. So we don't want to change the world settings, but we do want to navigate to more. And we want to go to experiments because obviously we want to play with the new features. So done, they'll enable the data packs and the flags for the world. So we can go ahead and click create new world. As you can see, the world has been created. We're in a very similar spot, except obviously none of the trees have been broken and there's no house that has been built. It should be actually right here, I believe was the spot, right? So we can quit out now. And what we can do is navigate to our old world. So we have my world and then we have my world bracket 1. We can go to edit, open world folder. And what we want to do is now copy everything but the data pack and the level.dat. Control C, go back to our saves, find our my world, and paste it, replacing everything. And now if we were to load up the bracket 1, what we should find is that our buildings are now generated. But unfortunately, right, we don't have the items in our inventory at all. So that's why the chest is here. If we go out, we can delete the experimental world. We can go back to my world. And what we can do is pop the diamond and netherite into the chest. Save and quit. Again, go through the steps, recreate. Again, don't change the world tab, but definitely enable the experimental features that you do want to play with. Create the new world. Save and quit. Go to your old world, click edit, click open world folder. Again, copy everything but the data pack and the level.dat. Just Control C. Go to your other save, so my world 1, or you can navigate through this menu, go back to the experimental world, edit, open world folder, paste everything in, replacing it. And then we can load up the world. And what we should find now is that the items we have placed in the chest, right over there, are actually going to still be there. So anything on your player character, unfortunately, will get deleted, but you can just store everything and then recreate the world and update it using this method. Hopefully that helps. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.